Sorban's coming in about 10 days from the launch of this video. Will XLM holders see the pump they've been patiently waiting for? And will the BTC ETFs convert some of those naysayers out there? Remember, not everyone's into crypto, but maybe those ETFs will convert some of those people that have been sitting on the sidelines. XLM price action wrapping up the end. And just remember, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. I bring the news, both good and bad. Let's start it off with your comments first. You're doing great, Klaus. No other one has your style, and I love it. It's like having a buddy that says it like it is. Well, I appreciate that. Mary McHenry, and by the way, let's show a little bit of a tweet action. Very well done. I said, hey, if you've got juicy tweets, I will show it to you. And I love this one. Why? Because this dude is like, dude, it's going through the moon, but that red candlestick just right through the table. Bitcoin sitting at 41,798, ETH 2471, XRP sitting at 54.8, where XLM we're talking about today sitting at 11.4. By the way, XLM didn't pull back nearly as much as the rest of this market in this last correction. Just something to keep in mind. What do we got? BTC will never be for everyone, but the ETFs could turn skeptics into believers. You know what? I'm honestly believing more of this, and here's why. We've gone through crypto now for how many years, and the people that believe it are the people that believe it, right? The people that hate it, and I mean hate it, right? Opposite ends of the spectrum, they hate it. Trying to convince them one way or the other, it ain't going to happen, right? Just like kind of trying to convince crypto maxis one way or the other, it's not going to happen. But what about those people in the middle? See, and that's where this ETF comes into play. According to a Pew Research poll from April of last year, 75% of Americans who heard of cryptocurrency said, I'm not confident in the overall safety, the overall security. It's a part of the calculus here, said Michael. You want to reach people that still may be on the sidelines with a bit of skepticism. Michael Sonnenstein says, I think that's so exciting about having Bitcoin exposure through the protections of the ETF wrapper. Hopefully this is going to convert some of those skeptics. And I think that's where you could see some moves, okay, over time. Will we see a huge flood with the BTC ETFs? Probably not, but imagine if you get some big names out there saying something like, you know what, these BTC ETFs have been out for 6 months, 9 months, a year, and hey, things are looking pretty good, right? You start getting some positive sentiment like that, you might get some of those people from the sidelines in on the action. I love that one, by the way. But the big thing we want to talk about is Sorban, okay? And the reason I want to talk about Sorban coming up is this. When Lightman came out, there was a lot of oomph about Lightman. There was a lot of volume on Lightman. But now you go to their live auctions, there's no bids, right? And remember, what was really cool about Lightman is they used XLM directly for payment. So one of these big programs out here that were like, yo, XLM for settlement, well, no one's really jumping into the pool. So we get back now to Sorban. I want to start it off with Dennis G, and then we're going to talk a few more comments, and we're going to talk about price, because I think a lot of you out there are like, look, we've been patient, we've been waiting, we want some juice. Dennis G says, it's not looking like there'll be a sell the news event regarding XLM Sorban smart contracts. Great project, but this blockchain can't seem to get traction amongst retail investors. And I would have to agree. Why? Because when you look at the market cap and market share, Stellar's is actually eroding as the years go on. Now, is that me being negative? No, that's just me telling you exactly what is happening. And I think a lot of it has to do with overpromising and under-delivering. But right now, we've got Sorban approval, set for the 30th, and they're going to roll it out, to public and so forth, okay? But you got a lot of people talking about it. Sorban, let's go. This is from Mr. John. Mr. John's a good person. Lumens swap, a lot of action going on there. So there's some but I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. When we look at the chart, and let's look at the 1 month, okay? When we look at the chart here, you got Sorban hitting right about here, okay? I zoomed out just a little bit. Right about here, you're going to see Sorban hitting, okay? We're 10 days away from that happening. So any sort of like buy the rumor, sell the news, the clock is ticking. And that's my concern. See, if we, and this is my opinion right here, I think if we were to have a Sorban pump, we would have had it back a while ago. But now I'm looking at this going, whoa, we've got 10 days until it happens. And then what happens on the 30th if there's no price action? And that's my question for you. Do you think there's going to be price action leading into Sorban? Or is this just utility but doesn't yield juiciness to the XLM holders? Now, there's a lot of you out there that are saying, yo, some of these projects built on Sorban, some lending and action like that might be actually really, really juicy for the chain. But we're running out of time here for that pump pre-Sorban. Because let's be honest here. Whether you like XLM, whether you like XRP, whether you like crypto or not, the market has been working on buy the rumor, sell the news. All the pumps have been happening well before the actual launching of events. Now, you know what this makes me think of? And again, I apologize for the attire and the griminess. I literally did just get done training for a couple hours and then I did this. But what this really makes me think of is Flare. Do you remember when Flare came out? There was all this oomph, right? There was all this, oh, Flare is going to do everything. It's going to bridge assets. It's going to totally revolutionize all this stuff. And then we were talking about like Flare and airdrops, right? And what happened was there was so much time from the time that Flare said, hey, this is what we're going to do. And then when it actually happened, by the time it happened, the market didn't care. Now, again, people would say, Klaus, you're being negative. Look at the price of Flare. And you tell me if the market was like, bro, over-promising and under-delivering. That has me concerned with XLM, Stellar, Sorban. And the reason is this whole Sorban thing, and I got the chart right up in front of me over here. That's why I keep looking this way. The reason that gets me, though, is because Sorban has been touted now for about a year. And we've been waiting for about a year. And think of Flare and all those people that waited for a year, 2 years. And then when it would launch, people were like, oh, that's it? That's where I'm a little nervous here. Because what does the crypto community want? Big, fast, impact, utility, juicy action, right? That's what the crypto community wants. But when a project takes so long, and I understand doing things right, okay? I'm not criticizing how they did it. I'm just telling you how the market's been looking at stuff and how we can apply it to future things. News channel. But you think about it, it's been going on for a year, right? So all this, Sorban stuff, people are like, kind of like Flare, hey, this is going on, but come on now. So now I'm going to ask you a question. We got about, Garmin says, 10 days left until we get some official Sorban launch. And remember, then it's going to go to public phase and so forth. Are we going to see any juicy price action? Or will this be another project that gets launched, which has good utility, but no price action for the XLM native token holder? If that's the case, one of the big fears that I have is that a lot of people are just going to peel away. They're going to sit here and they're going to go, MoneyGram didn't get us juicy price action. Franklin Templeton, no juicy price action. UNHCR, no juicy price action. Sorban, no juicy price action. Well, actually, let's hope we get it. But if you don't, you're going to have people going, well, now what? Like, now what? Like, what's next in the pipe that's going to give us this oomph that we're going to get all this usage and moon action? And so I want to hear from you. What's going to happen with Sorban? Are you thinking we're going to get a pump? If we do, awesome. I think all of us will be super happy. Mep, I know you're watching. You'll be happy. But what if nothing happens? Will that be the straw that breaks the back for a lot of XLM holders out there going, okay, we got smart contracts, we got cheap fees, we got speed, we got all this stuff, but we're not getting any usage of the utility, and it sure as hell's not translating to price action. We got 10 days technically, everyone, until that happens. Let's hope for some juicy price moves, but what I really want to do is hear from you. And remember, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. I bring the crypto news, both good and bad. I'll catch you cool cats later. Recovery time.